Oh, my hair's a mess. I don't even know why my hair's a mess this morning. I brushed it, but today I want to talk a little bit about, faith in Jesus. Having faith in Jesus Christ is one of the biggest things you could ever do in this life. I find very good and very well. Not having any faith in Jesus is one of the biggest sins there are in the whole entire world. And is one of the main sins of I think that it would be the top first sin that someone could ever commit with is having no faith in God and not believing in him. And it says in the Bible that you shall not disobey your God, do not forget your God, do not never forget your God, always love your God, always love him with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. That's what I love him with all my mind, all heart, but some people don't. Some people think that he's a fairy tale or whatever, but I don't think that at all. I think that I'm just gonna turn this TV on really quick. I don't think he is a fairy tale. I think that he is very real. And he's helped me through so many things in my life. Let me tell you something. So when I was younger, I had a cousin. And every time I turned around, she would be trying to get me to do something, trying to get me to fight her, trying to get me to, do something. And, and every time she did that, it was like she hurt me really bad every time we did that. And she wouldn't be play fighting either. We wouldn't be play fighting either. But anyways, so yeah, it was really, my life has been really freaking hard. My life might seem sunshine and rainbows to all of you, but really it's not. I'm not trying to pity myself or anything, but my life has been so miserable, it's not even funny. So, that's, you might not think that, but it has. It's been very miserable. Speaking of no faith in Jesus, I know a few people that do not have faith in Jesus, and I'm going to be talking about those people. This girl, she rides my bus, right? I'm going to tell you a story now, okay? Last year, she told me all things about how she loved God and how she loved Jesus and this and that and the other thing. And she just loved Jesus with all her heart. And she's bisexual. She thinks that she's an animal. This year, she liked God. I asked her again this year if she loved God. She said, yeah. But 2 months ago, in December or January, one of the two, I asked her, do you love God? Do you still love God? She says, no. I asked her, why not? She said, I kind of question my beliefs. And I thought to myself, well, I don't think that you question your beliefs. I don't think you want to be held accountable for what you're doing. Because God, everybody knows, even the gay people know that it's an abomination to God. That's why they do it. That gay, transgender, bisexual, LGBTQ crap is an abomination to God. It really is. And she doesn't want to be held accountable for it. She doesn't want that judgment upon her. She doesn't want that. And that's why she doesn't want to believe in God. That's why she doesn't want to feel the wrath of God. She doesn't want that discipline that she's going to get when she goes to heaven. She doesn't want to get that discipline of going to hell because of her choices and the way she treated her life. A lot of people think it's just, life is just sunshine and roses. It can't get any better than this. But it can. Heaven is better than this. Let me tell you something. I've never been to heaven, and I'm not going to be for a long time. But what I do know is heaven's a beautiful place. Heaven is one of the most beautiful places in all of the galaxies and all the world. It's more beautiful than anything, than the stars, than the sun. It's beautiful. Let me tell you something. It's beautiful. I've never thought of thinking about, because she doesn't want that wrath of God. She said, well, I kind of question my faith, and now I'm kind of like an atheist because I don't believe in God anymore. I said, so what made you think that God's not real anymore? She said, well, I just don't really believe in something that I can't see. Something like that, I think she said. I said, well, you know what? Having faith, having true faith is having, she's like, well, and then she's just says, just like Santa's not real. I said, well, you know what? I said, Santa's not real. There's no way he could be. But Jesus is. Jesus is real. He's the only king that ever chose to bleed. He is the only king that ever chose to go up to a mountain and die on the cross for people. For the human race. And I told her, it's really bad that you're doing this to God because you know you're sinning. She knows she's sinning. She's not special. She's not perfect. Losing faith in God over something like that is a really big thing. She knows she's only losing faith in God because of the evil. That's why she's losing faith in God, is because of the evil. That gay stuff is evil. That's all it is evil. All it is. And when you turn yourself away from God, that's turning yourself to the devil. Right there. That's turning yourself to the devil. You turn your head away from God, you're turning your head to the devil. And that's exactly what you're doing. Because, when people, because my friend Ida, she said, a lot of people, she gets a lot of evil off of people that she knows, right? And she said, she said that, a lot of, her friends are, I know, well, I'm not saying names, but she said one of my friends, I don't know if it was her, but one of my friends said that they had friends that were gay. And she said that, every time she talks to them, she just gets an evil vibe off of them. I said that is because it's evil. It is pure evil. They don't see it. They see it as, loving. They see it as, just nothing better to do than this, because, that's nasty. A woman sleeping with another woman, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. A woman and let's just focus on LGBTQ right now, okay? Let's focus on the gay people, okay? We are living in a world full of it, okay? There's no doubt in that. There are only two genders. I'm not bringing Trump into it. There are only two genders. There are only two, okay? A man and a woman, right? God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, okay? That's what I always say. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That's what I always say, because people are getting it mixed up. People are getting it mixed up that, being gay is a good thing, and it's not. Being gay is such an abomination. The people that put Jesus on the cross, some of them were bisexual, some of them were gay. And a lot of the people back then were. We can't really do anything about it because there's always going to be gay people out there. We can't do anything about it. That's just how their minds work. My friend also asked me, why do you think people want to be gay? Why do you think that? I said, because it's evil. They think that there's something special there. That's the devil working with them. If they don't got their mind on God, if they don't got their life in God, they're not going to be a very nice person. And they are not going to be, they're going to be very evil. They're going to be very, very evil. And that is where that ticking comes in, that it's horrible. It really is. It really is. It's horrible. It's such an abomination to God. It really is. You know, people might say to me, well, that's not your life, so you shouldn't worry about it. You're right, I shouldn't worry about it. But I rather tell people about something before it's too late. Because once it's too late, you can't go back. Once it's too late, it's too late for you, you can't go back. That's the point I'm trying to make on these videos. Is you cannot go back. You cannot go back and restart. Because once you go to hell, once that choice is done and you've made your choice, you're running down that road, there's no running back. Because you're going to be trapped. Someone's going to capture you down that road, and that's going to be the devil. He's going to put you in a cell down where it really burns bad. But not if you turn your face to God. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is once you're done, once it's all done, you can't go back. You can't. People think that they can just live life in sin. And they can't. Because once you go down that path, you can't go back. I know because I've seen it. I've seen people in sin. I've seen people. I know. I've seen people in pain. I've seen people in fear. Ignorance. You can't go back. It's just a circle of life. You can go back. If you die, well, because once you make that choice, it's going to stick with you for the rest of your life. Just like I've made my choice to believe in Jesus and have grace in Jesus. That's going to be with me for the rest of my life. People that put their lives on the devil and fear and hate, they're not getting their lives back. Unless they pray really freaking hard, they're not going to get their lives back. Unless they turn their lives back to God, they're not going to get their lives back. People think that God's a joke. People think that God doesn't have a penalty for something. But He does. And let me tell you something. He does. God might seem nice and full of kindness and happiness. But God can also get really angry. Let me tell you something. You have no idea what's going to happen in the end times. Because I don't even know. I know that God's going to come back, and I know that He's going to destroy all humanity. Everything. He's going to destroy everything. The people that go to heaven are going to go to heaven. The people that are going to go to hell are going to go to hell. He doesn't send those people to hell. We send ourselves for the hell for the actions that we do and the sins that we commit. We were born into sin. We were born into sin. But now I see the light, and so can you. I can see that light shining right through me. And I know that's the power of Jesus. I know it is. I know it is. But the point I'm trying to make in all these videos, and people ain't watching these videos, you know why? It's because they know I'm right. They know I'm right. They know. And they might not watch these videos because they think I'm stupid and they think I don't know anything about God. They think everything I'm saying is a lie. But it's not. I promise you I'm not lying when I say this. God does not like LGBTQ at all. And people like to, well, and then people like to say, well, why did God make me like this? Why did God make me like that? He didn't make you like that. That's your own choice. That is your own responsibility. That's your own road that you're going down. And that's going to send you right down to the depths of hell. If God can make our choices for us, we'd be going to heaven. Everybody would be going to heaven. If God can make our choices for us, we'd go to heaven. But He doesn't. We make our own choices. And as far as anybody knows, we make our own choices and God has nothing to do with our choices. God has nothing to do with what we think, what we do. That's our own choice. That's why we send ourselves to hell. Because of the choices that we make. He gives us a choice. You can either pick good or bad. But He wants us to pick good. You might think I'm just screaming at people for no reason. But I'm trying to make a point. Because people ain't seeing it through like I am. People ain't seeing it through. People think it's a joke. People think that it's not serious. But it is. It is serious. Because when you think about it, this world's burning in hell. You see South Carolina, California, Florida, all the flooding, all the hurricanes. You see that? That's God's wrath. That is God's wrath, no joke. The Santa Ana winds sure created the California fires. But those Santa Ana winds came from somewhere, didn't they? They didn't just come from nowhere. They come from the wrath of God. California, I wish, would kept burning. Because that's exactly what needs to happen. That place is nothing but hell. That place, I tell you something, California and Florida both are nothing but frickin' hell. I've been to both of them. I've been there. I've done that. I've been to Florida. That place, that place is a joke too. And you know, it's just really sad that what people are doing these days, what people are thinking, you know, that really gets me. Because they know that they're not doing, you know. This is why I want to become a minister. Is because I am so good at this. I'm so good at telling the people about Jesus. I'm so good. If only people would believe me. And not think that I'm just telling a joke. I'm not telling a joke. I'm not telling a fib. I'm not telling anything. This is facts. And this is straight knowledge coming from my brain. And well, if nobody believes that, then I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that you don't have Jesus in your heart like I do. But you need to pray for yourself. You need to pray that you get that relationship with Jesus. Because, like I said, you go down the wrong path, you might not be able to come back. Because evil is stronger than you. Evil is so strong, it can take somebody's life away. I've seen it happen when people killing themselves. That's the devil. When people drink too much and kill themselves over it. It's really the devil, is what it is. When people kill themselves, that is the devil. Now, if somebody kills themselves because they got so much stress on their mind, they can't take life anymore, and God knows their heart deep down inside, and they got full faith in God, and they love God with all their heart and all their soul and all their mind, they got a chance. But not if they got a friend with the devil. They don't got a chance to go to heaven. They're going right down where the devil is, and that is the pit of hell. When people think that committing suicide is a good thing, that's another sin too. It's committing suicide. You know, oftentimes I tell people, you know, God knows people's hearts. But really, God does know your heart. But He's not going to forgive you for that. Sometimes. Because taking your life, that's just saying you don't care about Jesus. You don't care about eternal life. You're selfish. You don't want to live life anymore because you're scared of life. And that's what it is this self-centered stuff. Killing yourself is being self-centered, and it is being selfish. Not caring about anybody else but yourself. That's why I would never commit suicide, because I love my life and I love people so much I would never think of killing myself. Ever. It's so sad. Watching people burn. It's just mentally watching people burn. You know, it doesn't gotta be realistic. Just, you can see people are burning in hell. As today. And I wish people would acknowledge that. I wish people that would acknowledge that they are in evil. But they don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to acknowledge God. They don't want to acknowledge Him. Because they know that He knows. God knows your heart. I've talked about a lot of things on this YouTube channel about God. And I want you all to know that the main point of these videos is to get people closer to God, because when we think about things, you know, when we think about what's real, what's not real, think about it this way, okay? There is so much historical freaking evidence of God. So much historical evidence of it. And the main reason why people don't want faith in God is because they know they're sinning. They know that they're sinners. There's also a kid I know that his name's Trevor Olson. He goes to my school. Every time I talk about God, he's like, yep, He doesn't believe in God. One day he's going to realize something. That if he goes into life thinking that he can take everything on by himself, he's thinking wrong. If he thinks he's going to go in life taking everything by himself, he's thinking the wrong way. Because I know he talks about how he can just take on anybody he wants to. That ain't true. I wish I could do that. But I can't, because I can't do that. That's not my power to do that. I can't, you know, and another thing is that, you know, it's really hard for people to, I don't really know, I guess. I really hope that he gets better and that God saves him before it's too late. Because once it's too late for him, he's done for. Once it's too late, it's too late. You can't go back. I mean, you can, but it takes a long time. Even if you wanted to go back, it takes a really long time. I know it did for me. Because when I didn't have faith in God when I was little, that much. I mean, yeah, I had faith in God, but I wasn't as faithful as I am now. It took me a long time to get up to this point. It really did. I might scare people when I'm talking the way I do, but it's true. I'm so freaking sick of the world. I could throw up. So sick of AI. I'm so sick of everything. The government. Everything. Everything. You know, people say that they're scared that, you know, natural resources are going to destroy us. But we're going to be fearing, that stuff's going to be the least of our worries if we don't stop sinning. That's going to be the least of our worries. That's going to be the least of our worries. Well, that's the end of today's video. Really hope you guys liked it. I know I did. I love talking about God, but I really recommend watching this because it's It's very good. So